What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee back at it again. So I came across this video where women are complaining about men not approaching them, child. But at the same time, they want men to yearn for them. They want men to yearn for them. And if you're not yearning for them, they don't want no parts of you. So I thought this video was interesting. Listen, we're gonna hop right into it. But before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. So I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get into the video. Here we go.
Men don't approach women anymore.
Can somebody explain to me why I don't get approached in public?
Why men do not approach me in public?
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now?
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating.
I'm starting to think I'm ugly because nobody approaches me.
I know I'm going to dress up, look really, really cute, and there's going to be a lot of cute men around, and they're just all going to just stare.
Men will just like stare you down. Like they won't say nothing to you. They'll just look at you.
Come on, guys. Make the first move.
Like no one even says like, hey, like what are you drinking? Like, you know, like what are you doing? Like not even just like friendly conversation, like nothing.
Well, listen. And I don't know how many times I have to say it. Listen, you guys set the precedence. Y'all set the stage for what's happening. Because when some of these women were out here saying, baby, we don't need men. All these men are just dusty. They don't measure up. We make too much money. You know, we want this, we want that. All the entitlements. A lot of women didn't say anything. A lot of y'all just were quiet. Y'all were absent from the conversations that were being had by some of your counterparts. And while there were women out here who were saying they don't need men, they're boss chicks, they living their best life, they want you, they don't need you, I didn't hear a bunch of women in droves saying, girl, that's not the way to go about getting a man. No, we don't want that. We're not a part of that. We need more women to speak out and say that that is not what they want, because now men have gotten the message loud and clear and they don't want any parts of women who think that way. So that's probably why they're just looking and staring. That's all they're going to do. They're not going to approach. They're not going to, risk being humiliated or, beat down or disrespected because they approach a woman who thinks that she's out of his league. That is how men are looking at it. And men just want no parts of it. They're skeptical about approaching because they don't know your mentality. They've seen a lot, they've heard a lot, and they want no parts of what they're seeing. And so to me, and I said this before, I think it's going to be up to women to approach. If you see an attractive guy, you walk over, you make the first move. So you're going to have to stop waiting for the men to make the move, and you make the move because y'all created this narrative. So y'all got to do something different. Let's continue.
I want a man who yearns for me.
Yearn for me.
Bring back yearning.
I want my love to feel like an 80s R&B song.
What happened to men being utterly obsessed with people? Like, why don't I have a man utterly obsessed with me?
I want someone to like get on a plane and chase after me when I leave dramatically.
I want it to feel like a 90s rom-com with Matthew McConaughey. I don't care which one. It just needs to be starring Matthew McConaughey. That's what I want it to feel like.
Bring back men who yearn. I want to be yearned for.
This summer, if you're not gonna yearn over me, honestly, like, please get away from me.
Well, baby, I feel bad for y'all. I feel bad for these women. I really do, because the day of men yearning for random women who think the way a lot of these women think is over. Just like y'all deleted chivalry, baby, y'all done got rid of this yearning man. These men are not yearning for these modern day women. It's just what it is. Y'all want men to idolize you and worship the ground you walk on, but you're not giving them any reason to do that. Although I don't think any man should be worshiping the ground that you walk on and yearning for you, but I get it. You want a man that is into you and then shows how much he's into you. But you got to be into him as well. I think a lot of women just like that experience just to gloat about it. Not because you're genuinely into that person as well. You want this feeling that this man is obsessed with you and he'll do anything for you without having to return or do anything back. And I think those days are over. Those days are over. I think the majority of the women who have that already is women who have been married for years and they met their husbands a long time ago and they married, and these men will stop at nothing. There's nothing they won't do for their wives. Like they'll go out of their way for their wives, you know what I'm saying? And really yearn for their wives because that's their wives. But I think this new dating age where you have a bunch of single people who are entitled to, to a man's resources and everything, that he can provide, but not showing that they're really interested in the man. That is why a lot of these men aren't yearning and probably will never yearn for you. Not saying that he won't yearn for some woman, but it won't be these modern boss chicks who are entitled and think that they deserve something from you. So I think that's the difference. If you really want a man to yearn for you and really want to be with you and really show you the love that you feel you deserve, then you have to be that type of woman. That type of feelings for a woman is not reserved for every woman. It's not reserved for any and every woman who feels she deserves it. It's for a woman that is truly special to that particular man. And if she's special to him and she has the qualities that makes him happy and she's there for him and gives him the things that he wants, then that woman gets it all. But you have women out here who want this special treatment and there's nothing special about them. And they don't get it. This is why I say you're damned if you do, damned if you don't as a man dealing with these modern women, because a lot of these women don't realize that the women who get that type of treatment, it's for a reason. You just don't get that type of treatment just being a entitled boss chick. When a lot of these women open their mouths, they tell you exactly who they are, how they feel, what they think, what they will and won't accept. And they don't care nothing about what you want, what your standards are. It doesn't matter. So if you come off like that, automatically in the brain of these men, they're already sizing you up. They're already thinking to themselves, nah, I'm not going to deal with this. Or yes, I will deal with this. Or whatever. They're speaking to themselves about where they're going to place you. I said this before. And a lot of these women don't get that. So if women really want men to approach and really take them seriously, you're going to have to do a whole lot of changing and you're going to have to do a whole lot of showing and telling that you are truly what you say you are. You're going to have to prove yourself, just as women like men to prove themselves. Well, the men don't have to prove anything. They're just going to live their lives and do what they do. And if you want them, you're going to have to catch up to them. You're going to have to go over and talk to them and prove yourself and make yourself visible and known and make it clear that you are actually trying to establish a real relationship with the man. That whole idea of, chivalry and you could just sit back, even gorgeous. I see gorgeous, super gorgeous, beautiful women who are having a hard time finding a man who's willing to commit to them. So yeah, some changes have to be made more on the women's side. I'm not saying that men don't have to change, but we've always harped on men changing, men leveling up, men doing this, men doing that, men got to do this, but we've never focused on the women changing and leveling up in a way that would be beneficial to a relationship with a man. So that's my thoughts on it. Listen, y'all chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Share the video. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live, you guys. Make sure you leave your thoughts. Keep the conversation going. I want to hear what you have to say. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.